So I had to get out the car and they started searching me, bruh. Mind you, I had my breakfast on me, which was awkward because I had like 2 eggs and some yogurt and a banana, right? And it was in my pocket. So as they were searching me, they started laughing because I pulled out 2 eggs, a banana. They were like, bro, what? We have Americans react to South African police versus American police. Shocking difference. Let's go ahead and check this out, guys.
I'll never get used to the police here in South Africa. Honestly, I don't think I ever will get used to the system, the way they do things, okay? We just got stopped right now by the traffic police and man's wallet was in the trunk. And so I went to tell her, like, hey, like, can I go in the trunk to get his wallet? Man looked at me like, what, like, basically, like, why are you telling her this information? He proceeds to get up and get out of the car and goes to the trunk to get his license. As an American, like, we tell the police, like, every step that we're doing.
Move.
Like, hey, I'm going to grab this from the trunk. I'm going to go grab this from the glove box. Like, we say exactly what we're doing. Because those guys...
Trigger happy.
They're trigger happy, okay? They're trigger happy. So man's looked at me like, why are you telling her that you need to go to the trunk to get the license? Like, I'm just going to get out to go to the trunk to get the license. And I'm like, yo, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just so used to telling the police, like, hey, I need to do this. Hey, like, getting out of the car. If you got out of the car without telling the police officer, they're reaching for it, and they're pointing at you. Like, they think that you're gonna attack.
As an American, this is very
that's crazy, y'all.
These cops. Turns out they're just shopping. I had these guys wrong.
I'm just messing, man. They actually cool, man. Like, I'm so happy this is not America.
Bro, what was happening there?
A cop pull up on you, and you really, like, you don't know what you don't get. And the thing is, people think that it's like the white cops. It's any cop. Black, Spanish, Asian, white, any of them. It's like, in America, low-key, the cops be dirty, and sometimes they, like, reject. You know, they couldn't get into the SWAT, couldn't do FBI, couldn't get into the military. But, you know, these cops is cool. They just be rolling in these big groups, you know. You'll be like 5 police just walking together. Yo, that is scary. It still mess me up. Even when they be stopping me, it still get me like a little shook up. But hey, man,
Bruh, facts, bruh. Facts, bro. I don't know if y'all remember, I told y'all my encounters with the police in South Africa, bruh. It's been some weird encounters, bro. It's been some weird. The very first time, bruh, is when I was just walking. I think I was walking to the mall, right? And they were like 4 or 5 deep, bruh. And one of them hopped out with this gun like this, bro. Like, it was a huge, you feel me? And I was just walking to the mall. So he was asking me questions like, where are you going? Where you stay? So I told him I stay here, blah, blah, blah. I'm walking here. And I was ready to run, y'all. I was ready to book it. Like, I was ready to run, bro. I didn't know what to do. I was ready to run, fam. That's that US PTSD, right? I was ready to run, even though I didn't do anything wrong. But he really just wanted to stop and tell me that, hey, be careful. There's people driving around here snatching phones. Like, that's exactly what he wanted to tell me, bro. That's literally all it was. He just wanted to make sure I was safe. He wanted to tell me that there was people driving around snatching phones and to be careful, be safe. So I'm guessing the reason why he had, you know what I'm saying, that big gun was they was looking to catch those people. You know what I'm saying, that they were snatching the phone. But that was my very first encounter. The rest of them, one, for example, I was in my Uber. I got stopped in my Uber. I thought they were stopping my Uber, but they was stopping the Uber to search me. So I had to get out the car and they started searching me, bruh. Mind you, I had my breakfast on me, which was awkward because I had like 2 eggs and some yogurt and a banana, right? And it was in my pocket. So as they were searching me, they started laughing because I pulled out 2 eggs, a banana. They were like, bro, what is going on? Like, why do you have these things? I told them I was going to the office. I just didn't have time to, you know what I'm saying, make any breakfast this morning. So I was taking it with me. Yo, they laughed and then they just let me go, bro. But those were my experiences with the cops. I got pulled over again and got searched, but those were my experiences, guys.
And these cops asked me and e-wallet is a move. It's a Putin. I almost said the trunk. Yeah, it's a Putin. It's in the boot. So pakat kwe pesi madam or a handbag. So as I'm about to, before I even go out, what happened?
Well, I said, I talked to the lady, the police lady, and I was like, the wallet is in the trunk. Like, can we go to the trunk to get it? And he looks at me like, why are you telling her this information?
Oh, this is the lady from the beginning. This is okay. This
I mean, I was ready to go out, get the wallet from me handbaggy. Like,
then I started thinking about, he looked at me and he's like, why are you telling her this information? And then after we talk about it, I'm like, you guys, we don't move in America. Like, you do not move without telling the police your every move. If we go to like grab from the glove box, like you're telling them, hey, I'm grabbing something from the glove box, like my registration's in here. And so I just started thinking about how crazy the systems are like here compared to America, because if you get out of the car in America, like, and you don't tell them that you're getting out of the car, like they're reaching for they're reaching, okay, and
they are.
Okay.
Nice.
And so they think that you're going to attack them. Like, and so I'm just thinking, I'm like, you guys can just like get out of your car, like without telling.
yeah, and greet. You saw how nice we were talking outside.
Yeah, I was like,
she followed me to the boot or trunk.
It was crazy, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, because I'm not gonna move or do anything without telling the police officer whatever.
Facts.
If I'm reaching for something and they can't see what I'm reaching for, like they have their hand on
Ready.
their belt.
As they approach the car, it's already there. The hand is already there.
Aye.
Yo.
South African cops won't shoot you.
In America,
They are nice.
I would never let a cop ride my bike in America. But here, they cool. I pull up, I look up, it's the cops. Let them ride.
So I got stopped at a roadside check earlier today. And it's actually the second one since I've been here. Both times I was
Bro,
in the
I
Uber.
would say, bro, like, I know we're talking about the differences in South Africa and U.S. police, but I would also like to say, like, not all U.S. police are that way. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of U.S. police that you can trust that are nice, you know what I'm saying, and good people. But it's just because there's so much that's happened between the police and the citizens that is, you know what I'm saying, it's made a bad picture of the U.S. police compared to, you know what I'm saying, the good ones. But there are good ones, guys. I promise you there are good ones.
And they stopped the Uber. The first time, the guy just asked for, like, my ID. I don't even know if he asked for anything. He just started chit-chatting with me. So today, the officer actually asked me to get out the vehicle. And then she asked if she could search me. And I said, sure, you know. And so she went through my bag. She searched me, went through my pockets, kind of looked for some things, right? And then asked me for my ID. I had my passport on me because I was tracking down a package. Anyway, so I gave her my passport, and she had a phone call, and like she was like doing double duty, like you know, talking on the phone while she was like looking at my passport and looking for the stamp and stuff like that, right? But you know, the very interesting thing is that in both instances, I didn't feel unsafe or threatened, or like if I made a wrong move. Like there was a couple times she was like looking through the bag, and I was kind of looking through the bag with her because I was like, oh, this is junk and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, okay. And I realized, like, in the States, that never would have happened. I remember a time when my Metro card didn't scan, and like 4 police officers came over and acted like I was a criminal because my Metro card didn't scan, and was like, keep your hands out your pocket for our safety.
Bro.
And I'm like, your safety? You the one standing there with guns and shit over, you know, because the card didn't register. You know, like they were looking for something, right? You know? It is just crazy shit like that. Like, just all these reminders of why, you know, the States just ain't home to me anymore, right? Like, it's just a reminder. I wouldn't have felt so just at ease with an officer just pulling me over and going through my shit. I just wouldn't have. It's just the fact.
You know, one thing I realized is that in
Bro,
America,
I thought I was tripping. His eyes are red, bro. I thought I was tripping, bro. Like, what's
they
going
make it
on?
seem so cool to be a cop. You know, they make it seem so awesome, and you aspire to be a cop. It's like they motivate you, right? Like when they arrest a criminal, they're like, freeze! Hands in the air! Get on the ground now! And
Damn.
when you get on the ground, they get you and be like, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you don't have one, the state will provide you with one. Damn! Like, wow, that was so awesome. You can aspire to be a cop. Come to South Africa. Yeah, I'm Kulugut. Sasakbam. Hi.
You cannot tell me
I don't even know
USA
what
is
he
safer
said,
than
bro.
Africa. No. First of all, didn't y'all say we have to name specific countries? So in Uganda, that was the man that I told y'all about that was sex trafficking the women and, you know, some underage girls. I saw an interview about it. He actually was gloating and laughing about it, saying
The
that
USA
there was
isn't
a
safer than
market for it
Africa.
because there wasn't a lot of African women in Dubai. In Kenya, a woman was gang raped by a bunch of men. She went to the officials. They said you cannot win.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna hold y'all, man. This topic right here about the U.S. being safer than Africa, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, there's a lot that goes on in the, you know what I'm saying, in Africa. You feel me? And there's a lot that goes on in the U.S. But and there's some instances where I probably would feel safer in the U.S. than Africa. 'Cause, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, fam. There's a lot going on. Definitely women, you know what I'm saying, being trafficked and stuff. Not that it's not going on in the U.S., but bro, like it scares me sometimes, bro. Because now I got to think about, you know what I'm saying, if I was to have kids in Africa, you know what I'm saying, like. I would be very, very I feel like I'd be very overprotective, bruh. I'd be very overprotective and nervous. Definitely to raise a woman, a girl, like it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on.
Gang or just great cases in Kenya, period. It took her almost 7 years to even get her story heard. In South America, a young child, 7 years old, by the name of Kwekwe, was SA'd in school by her teacher. In Sudan, right now, there's a genocide going on. In Congo, children as young as 2 years old have STIs and STDs because men are raping them. Also in Congo, there's genocide going on. In Nigeria, over 300 and something people this year so far have been kidnapped for ransom. So I just named some specific countries for y'all. And we could go on and on. But this is happening. And nobody is trying to, why do y'all even want to compare? Because y'all know there's no comparison. There's not mass genocide happening in the United States of America. Are people being raped and kidnapped? Of course. But at the same scale as some of the countries in Africa? Absolutely not. And I'm going to need you all to stop getting up on the internet and lying like a Persian rug. Y'all are lying. And y'all want to say Tunisia's not in Africa?
I don't know who
It
she's
is.
talking
It's a North
about.
African country.
I don't know who she's talking about, whoever she's talking, but I do agree with what she's saying, bro. Like, I do agree with what she's saying, man. Like, there's a lot going on this side, bro. A lot going on.
Maybe they don't have the same cultures as you. Maybe they don't have the same hue of complexion. Maybe phenotypically they don't look the same. They're not the same people. But it is still on the continent of Africa. And I literally named the country. You all are being willfully obtuse and willfully ignorant at this point because you have a deep-seated hatred for Black American people. Y'all keep bringing up the school shootings. That's not Black American people doing that. Y'all do not specify shit when y'all talk shit about America. Especially Black Americans. Y'all are not specific at all. Y'all group us all together, and you all are very much like white people with white supremacist talking points when you talk crazy about us. We do not get up here every single day comparing ourselves to you all, because if we did, there would be no comparison. Crime is bad no matter where it is. Children being sold into slavery, no matter where it is fucking bad. Women being kidnapped is fucking terrible. That's a tragedy. I don't care where it happened. The reason why I pointed out where it happened is so that women could steer clear, and I'm being an advocate and using my voice. I'm sending emails. We do our part in America. We're not just sitting up here pointing a finger at other Black people in other parts of the world that have absolutely fucking nothing to do with us. We've always done our part. That's why y'all are able to migrate here and walk around freely. As much as y'all say it's such a dangerous country, I was just in New York, in Manhattan, and I seen 1 million Africans selling illegal bags on the street. Nobody was bothering them. You want to know why they're able to do that? Because of Black Americans. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
It's the Brooklyn way. Hey, shout out. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. She was cooking. She was definitely cooking. I definitely agree with some things that she was saying for sure. Just by being in the continent of Africa, I've definitely seen a lot of things that, you know, that I wouldn't see back home. You feel me? Like kids being like, I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Like, I'm just imagining raising my kids in that environment and stuff like, bruh, it makes me nervous, bro. It makes me nervous. Even though, you know what I'm saying, there are its beautiful parts. Everywhere has its, you know what I'm saying, everywhere has its bad parts. You feel me? Not to say that US, there's, you know what I'm saying, not, it doesn't have its safe parts. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that US is just super safe and there's no crime and things like that. Of course, there's crime everywhere, but yo, there's things going on, bro. Hey, it's scary. it's scary, man. Definitely everything that's happened in Sudan and Congo, like she mentioned. Those things are scary, bro. Those things are scary. But let me know what y'all thoughts are. You feel me? Let me know y'all. First of all, this was a video about police in America versus police in South Africa. I don't know how we got to this, but yeah, man, for the most part, my experience with police in South Africa, like I said, it's been kind of funny, bro, as I tell the stories. But at the time, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I was nervous just because of my encounters with police in the States, and y'all know how aggressive they are. Feel me? And then when I seen a cop here come out with a gun like this, you feel me? I was scared for my life. Only for him to tell me to, you know what I'm saying? Watch out. There's something going on. You feel me? But other than that, man, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction, my commentary. You did smash that like, sub channel, guys. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all.